I'm not ready to connect.
Bye, guys. See you in the game.
Hello!
Bye.
Hello, hello.
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 Hello. Hello.
Hello, and welcome to this Final Boss Fight live stream. Tanny sees faces.
the thrown out line for 6 cents.
I see faces.
I see faces. I should hope so. You're talking to me.
The big twist of the movie is that Hatchie doesn't have a face.
Michael, you
Like
gross.
the old woman who secretly lives at home.
We are here to eventually play some D&D. I should introduce us first. My name is John. My name is John, and I'm the GM, and I am joined by, let's see if I can point in the right directions, Sean,
Hello.
Michael,
Hi.
and Sean.
Good evening.
It is at this point, if we could get a giant prop finger to come down and poke Sean, that'd be great. We didn't have the planning or the time or the budget for that, apparently.
Hold on. If I get slightly close to
Okay.
which side
No.
am I going?
The other way. The other way.
Which side? Which side? This way.
Okay, I'm gonna poke now. Poke. Poke.
Amazing. It's seamless.
See, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
We'll fix it in post. It'll be fine.
Before.
So comments from the chat so far: Michael, you gross,
Rude. Accurate, but rude.
and Sean, you be so beautiful. Twitch heart.
Oh, thank
I think it might have been the tongue thing I was doing. I did put off.
And I'm just here.
And
And that's disgusting enough.
I'm sure Sean, you will get a comment.
Nah, I'm not worthy of one.
Sean, be handsome, uwu.
Lies
What?
and slander.
Time out. We had pretty, we had handsome, and then we had disgusting. I feel there's a bias in this audience, and the bias is against me, and therefore it matters.
I think it's because
I think you'll find, Michael, that we had beautiful, handsome, and
Oh.
gross.
Sorry, forgive me.
Forgive
me.
You know, just want to
wanted
make
to
sure that the
repeat
facts
it.
are accurate.
Yeah, the fact is that I'm gross. Yeah, I get it. Thanks. Thank you, world.
Tanny also says, "I am biased."
Oh, boo. Boo that joke, and boo you.
We are here to play some D&Ds, or as for you guys, or as
yes.
specifically guys.
Fantastic.
Tanny says, "Love you, Michael."
Yeah, you better.
When last we saw the Golden Tooth, they had descended into the Underdark and had travelled through it for 12 days.
you.
Fucking ages.
That's more than this many.
That was at the start of last session. By the end of last session, they had travelled for a further 13 days, and finally made it to Sizith Morcaine, which is the beleaguered drow city that came under threat from hell demon fueled fire giants. You descended into the giant spider web of the city, climbed throughout it, and located House Morcaine itself, where the leader of the town, Solomon Nadrazdak, was being held captive in his own home. Your goal at present is to rescue him from being held captive and escape to the surface with him in tow, as it is suspected he can provide you with information about this threat.
Sounds fun.
You broke into his house and crept around, and Michael hasn't rolled a luck roll yet.
Oh, sorry. I've been busy crying.
Tanny, that's your roll. I got you a 90.
That's a pretty good roll, Tanny. Well done.
Boom! And that's the best I'm gonna roll the entire
That's the
night.
one good roll you're gonna have the entire night.
You had
Oh, wait,
broken...
I'm gonna roll for Ember.
Rolls a 1.
May as well have done.
Close.
You had crept into House Morcaine, and you were following some demonic laughter within it that led you into a destroyed room where a Hezro demon was flanked by 2 elite drow guards. And very nearly did we lose the poor and innocent Hal.
Again.
Yeah.
He's cute though, you can't stay mad at him.
But through the use of Pyrolus's lay on hands and
Thanks, girl.
Malzeray's very intense curing of wounds, Hal was brought back from the precipice of death and lives to fight another half hour or so at the very least. So we pick up with the Golden Tooth stood in the ruins of a smashed room that the demonic entity and pair of drow veterans were guarding. Or the drow were guarding, the demon seemed to be just smashing the furniture. For shits and giggles. What would you guys like to do now?
I'm gonna smash the room for shits and giggles.
Okay.
I don't know. Is there anything we need to do in this room?
Is there anything amongst
it?
the smash things that might be worth picking up?
Roll me a religion check and also an investigation check.
Ooh.
Well,
I sound like a camp villain there.
And
ooh.
I will roll for Malzeray.
Why did I do that at advantage? Either way, 16 or 22. For my
Are we all
religion.
doing? Are we all doing this?
That's an insight. Let me do that.
Are you okay?
No.
Calderax just looks purposefully at the intention of the room and works out that the demon was just really pissed off with being here.
Are we all making this roll, sir?
You can all make this roll. You don't all have to make the religion roll, but if you want to search for stuff, you should make the investigation roll.
I searched for stuff. I didn't find anything, but I did kind of religion it.
So Malzeray kicks through some of the debris and picks up a golden chalice.
Ooh.
That's all shiny.
Fancy.
All shiny and not smashed to oblivion.
That's good. Not smash things are worth more than smash things.
Not
that Hal would care, but Michael cares a lot.
And both Malzeray and Calderax realise that this room was once a temple to Kiransley, the Revenancer, a lesser drow deity whose portfolio includes the undead and vengeance.
We all have a sea between us, and there's just John above.
What
We are
you
the ocean.
what you guys can't see is I've started doing it as well.
That's what I said. You're above. We're in a line creating this like ocean
I'm a tidal wave coming to fuck your shit up.
that's specifically looming over Michael.
Yep.
Just like the moon in fucking Majora's Mask.
So Kiran's Lee worship rose to prominence during a period of time known as the Silence of Lolth.
Silence of Lolth.
But for the most part, her worshippers have been defeated, and worship has pretty much ended. She kind of rose to prominence and then was smashed out of existence when Lolth came back and said,
"Hey,
basically.
Who do you think you are?
So there is a door out of this room in front of where... Was it in front of where you came in? Let me find the map. Yeah, there is a door out of this room that leads into a corridor directly opposite the door that you came in through.
Okay.
Probably seems like a smartest place to go as any.
Hmm.
Whoa.
How? I assume so. The door's closed at the moment. Can we
Yes.
hear anything on the other side?
I would like to pick the lock.
Can I listen first?
How doesn't know how to pick a lock, but he wants to try.
He wants to give it a go.
He's seen other people do it and thinks he can give it the old college try.
You can't hear anything disturbing on the other side of this door.
You can hear a lot of people just going, "Oh yeah, so the weather, peanut butter," but nothing. Just no one's going, "Kill the Reds, kill your family."
You can hear the sounds of Hal picking up two long bits of splintered furniture that he's now going to try
He's
and...
got a whole chair leg, just ready.
I'm going to pick the lock now.
Make me a dex check, Hal.
Okay, this seems like a great idea. This seems like a great idea.
Congratulations, you've locked the door.
Hal picks up two long, thin pieces of wood splinters from the smashed furniture and goes up to the lock and places them within in such a manner as he has seen other people do. And he fiddles with them, and he can hear clicking and clicking sounds from within. And then a couple of minutes pass, and the door just swings open as it was unlocked to begin with.
I did it! Look what I did! I opened the door.
Nicely done.
It's a good thing you guys bring me along. We would have been trapped in here forever.
The corridor heads out ahead of you and then veers off to the right about 10 to 20 feet down and sort of disappears out of sight.
Hmm.
Along we go, then.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it worth stealthing? But probably not with this group.
We could give it a try. I'm not completely unstealthy.
I am completely unstealthy.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I have to roll with disadvantage, remember. So,
AG, thank you for the host.
That layering isn't working, John.
Is it not? I've not
No.
seen that.
That was underneath our cameras.
Oh, it would be, yeah. Let me fix that.
I just glanced across, it's like, oh, okay.
That one should be at the top.
But we're the most important, so...
Also, I would like to point out, I also added this progress bar for our road to 200, because we are now 9 followers away from 200.
I did.
Ooh,
That's
that's terribly exciting, isn't it?
Isn't it exciting?
Oh, it's so very exciting, lads.
Oh, isn't it quite a little
Um,
pony thing?
Oh,
so the corridor swerves round to the right and then carries on for another 40 or so
More
feet. And then at the 40-foot mark, there is a door in the left-hand corridor. And the corridor just disappears off about 50 or so feet further along before it sharply turns right again.
Are we
So-
going in a circle?
So there's a door, and then but the hall continues. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
We should check this door. There could be things
be.
that people
I
want.
tried
in
listening.
there.
Pyrrhus
But clearly no.
listens, but hears nothing.
Only how?
It's just waffling. So we should go in because there might
Counteract
be
listen. Hear
people-
nothing. Also,
that we want to meet in there. There could be a cake. We don't know what this place is. This could be a bakery.
That leans away from the door. Yes, how? A cake in there. In you go.
Okay, I go for the door.
1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute.
He has to get the cake ready, guys.
Yes, AG. That is it exactly.
See, yeah, Golden Bakery. Great
Go.
idea.
Gawain actually managed to roll perception.
That's a shame.
Wow.
I'm already opening the door.
It's fine, he also hears nothing. And you open the door into an empty bedroom.
I thought you were just going to say literally an empty room. Like, no bed, nothing. It's just a box.
It's a square.
This room has actually been split off into 3 bedrooms.
Okay.
The largest of the 3 is...
It's too big. The littlest of the 3 is too small. So the other one seems just right.
The larger of the rooms looks like it was once a very elegant bedroom. But the drapes around the bed have now been torn down and ripped to shreds. The mattress has been shredded. The furniture has been smashed and thrown around the room.
I've had a night like that.
The smaller rooms...
Why would you do that to your room?
The
Seems a
smaller
silly
rooms
thing to do, Cal.
are in a similar state. One of them has clothes thrown about, ripped and soiled. Bureaus and wardrobes are opened and knocked over. One of the rooms has a fireplace and several upholstered chairs that have been shredded and broken into pieces and placed into the fireplace.
Does this look like the same destruction as was happening in the other room?
It looks very similar, yes.
Okay. So likely that thing has been in here as well then.
That thing or other things like it.
Yeah.
Would you guys...
Why was it in a bedroom? Do you think it needed to nap? Maybe it's sleepy.
It's dead now.
Well, yeah, but
Sleepy.
what if we woke it up and that's why it was angry?
He was laughing.
I get silly when I get sleepy.
Yes, it was sleepy. How? Anyway, so
Shan has the right idea. Could you roll me investigation checks, please?
I figured that was what you were after.
Thank you.
no.
Oh!
Nope.
What?
Pyrrhus!
But
We're here too.
Birdman, help us.
Missing one?
Pyrrhus. Birdman will be of no help. He's at a minus...
He can try, John. He can try.
We need all the help we can get, John.
See?
Okay.
He's a savant.
Gawain will pick up a... as far as everyone else... Yeah, this is a bakery.
No, I agree.
Uh,
Hal somehow dropped bread and found it and gone, "Oh, it is!
That is definitely something that could happen to Hal.
Gawain picks up from the wreckage a half-full silver tea set that has stained some of the upholstery that it has been scattered over.
What a waste of tea.
We could sell this.
It's not ours.
I don't think anybody will complain.
But it's not ours.
I found it.
I would like to take the tea set.
Fine.
And I
fine,
put
fine,
I
fine.
I put it gently onto on like a table. Just
The
Right,
table
to
just
the
like
right.
shifts slightly to one side at the new weight on it.
I just like, yeah. That way they have something to come back to if they come back, and if they don't, then they don't, and that's also fine, I guess.
Yes.
So the corridor continues on for another 50 or so feet before veering back on itself, turning another sharp right, which carries on for another 30 to 40 feet before branching into a T-junction.
This is one hell of a corridor.
It's nice.
It's a very long.
There is a room to your left and a room to your right, and I should double-check which way the rooms are going.
It's a clown to the left with some jokers to the right. Here I am.
Stuck in the middle with you.
Stuck in the middle of fucking Hal.
Hey, 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 hey!
Would you like to
Here's a
go?
delight.
Tanny says, "How is surprisingly precious?"
I know, I'm playing him, and it's weird. He's just so naive.
It's the only way Michael can let out all of these feelings without us judging him.
That's it. This is all my niceness just shoved into one place. Makes up for me being an arsehole everywhere else.
So you can go left or you can go right.
I'm gonna have a crack at perception. It's really not been going well for me, but maybe this time.
I'm gonna immediately
No.
open the door on my left.
The
'Cause
door on
always
your
go left.
the door on your left swings open.
There's a portal to hell. Which is even more confusing because we've been fighting demons.
The large room has no furniture in it, but is stocked with barrels, casks, and crates, all of which have been broken. Food, in many stages of rot, lies on the floor. Casks have been smashed, and their contents leaving a slightly sticky, dark red patch on the floor.
Hal just shuts the door. Just like, well, no, don't go in there. It's super gross.
Well, this one opens the door.
Oh no! I shut it. No! Wait, I can hold my breath.
Opens the door.
I will go in there, and I'm very like just. I don't want to touch anything.
Malzare
just-
closes the door.
I'm just looking to see if there's anything of any importance.
You don't see anything, it's just literally someone smashed the pantry and left it to
Okay,
rot.
I immediately leave again.
There's just this little thought in the back of Pie's mind that she could just hold the door closed just for a little bit, but she doesn't. She thought about it though.
I expect it. I expect it from the other two, but you, vast betrayal, utter betrayal.
I was about to whisper what Caldrax was currently thinking at that point, but I thought, nah, I'm not gonna.
You guys are mean to Hal. He doesn't deserve this.
So there is a door to your right.
I'm going to perceive at that door, because what could go wrong? That's a
Like-
reason.
Pretty much everything could go wrong.
Let me double check the stealth of people that might or might not be behind the door.
Not that he's saying there's people behind the door, but if there were,
I have this sneaking suspicion there might be things behind this door.
Were there to
What?
be
No.
were there to
I
be
reckon
things
you get
behind
that.
the door? Let me double check what they might be able to roll in terms of a stealth check.
Not that there are things behind the door, but if there were.
Hypothetically,
Which-
if there are horrible hell beasts on the other side of the door,
I mean, I wouldn't say that, but you know, if I did do
I
that,
wouldn't say they're horrible. Horrible's a bit mean. You've not met them yet.
if I did do that, and then, for instance, say the potential of a creature being on the other side of that door had a -1 to his stealth check,
We just say, but I really hope no people come.
and then say potentially that creature with a -1 on his stealth check then rolled a natural 1 at stealth checking.
You just hear him fall over. Ah!
And then say potentially that meant that
We
you
have
had a
accident at work and it not me fault.
say that meant that his stealth check turned out to be a 0. Is a 0 higher than an 18?
0 is smaller than
You hear a loud. Technically, he should have made that at disadvantage, but I fail to see how he can do any worse than that.
He's got a -1 to his stealth, and he rolled a. How did he get a -12?
I like the idea that not only did he hurt himself and go ow, he bashes into the door whilst doing so, like hopping around on one leg.
We just hear thunk as he hits the door.
He inadvertently fully describes himself and all of his weaknesses.
You
I hope
hear
nobody comes in here and sees me and my 7 friends, Gregina, Gregolus.
you
I
hear
sure as hope they don't ever try to hit me with any sort of ice weapons.
Oh god, ice weapons would be the worst.
you hear a very loud metallic crunching sound as he as the potential for a being on the other side of this door slams his foot into a very solid stone surface and starts hopping around, and all of you, every time he hops, just feel this in the ground like the impact of the Tyrannosaurus in Jurassic Park. Like, if you had a glass of water that was round, you'd be looking
If we had
over
the
at
tea-
it.
If we had the tea set from the other room.
In fact,
Hal's got it with him.
with that perception check, Calderax, you can also hear in the other room the leg of the table that Hal put the tea set on just goes tink, and the tea set just goes
Oh,
and spills out over the floor again.
why am I not allowed nice things?
As something very, very large is hopping around on one foot going. Does anybody speak giant?
I don't believe Hal does.
I don't think
Nope,
that was on
I've
my list of.
I've got Undercommon, Celestial, Infernal, and Common.
Common, Elvish, and Primordial, so.
So, you are treated to a crash course in what you can pick up from context clues is a crash course in giant swearing.
Yeah, it makes about sense.
And
I think something stubbed their toe.
after
Mm.
a few minutes, the sounds just die down again, and you can hear that he has gone back to trying to stealthily hide in the room.
Oh, bless him.
Right, there's something big and very stupid in the room.
Okay.
We could try and talk to it.
Be my guest.
We don't know. If we try and talk to it and it goes wrong, then we can punch him a bit until he...
I'm merely stating that we know that this place was invaded by giants,
Okay.
and the person we're looking for has gone missing due to giants.
Well, yeah, when you say things like that, anything's gonna sound bad. So personally, I think you should look at your attitude, because that might be the problem.
We're here to save people from the giants.
It doesn't mean you need to assume everybody's evil. They could have been made to do.
You're so convinced that he is somehow a good guy, and he's going to go, "Oh, sorry, my bad. Here's the guy you're looking for. Off you pop." Then in you go.
I open the door.
The
I
door.
take this as an invitation and open the door.
You reach out for the door, and it is locked.
Well, why don't you using lockpicking skill?
I'm gonna knock on the door and go, "Hello, friends."
Housekeeping.
Hello, Domino's.
Bring the tea set. You could be the tea lady.
Other pizzas are available.
Gawain will approach the door.
Just kick it with your ears.
I could knock.
Okay.
He pulls his fist back and slams it. The door holds strong.
Hello, we heard you in there. It sounded like you stubbed your toe. Are you okay?
Do you have anyone who has lockpicks or anything?
Oh, I could get my twigs. That's what I picked the lock with
Does
earlier.
anyone have lock?
No, can't say that I do.
I have the twig. Can he not hear me? Is he okay?
How you look at the door, and there is no lock.
Is he sat in front of the door?
There's no lock on the door.
Pyrolis, can you help me with this? Says Gawain.
Yeah. As
Rearing.
in help the athletics.
Yeah.
I don't really know exactly what I'm helping with, but yeah, let's give you a hand.
Sure, why not?
I'll pull the fist back even further. Just catapult his arm forward.
So Pyrolis swings the hammer and he brings his boot up, and they
Oh.
they roll worse.
Trying to see if I've got anything. Fucking.
Oh, I could blow the door open.
Go ahead.
Okay.
What's the thing I'm looking for? Where is it? 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 I don't think. I'm pretty sure I can use gust to move things. One moment. I seem to be missing parts of what I can do.
Guys in the chat, while Michael looks at his character sheet and thinks about things, do hang around, because at some point later on I'm going to be opening the gift box and releasing some of the Twitch Prime gifts. If you didn't know, Twitch Prime users can gift to the community, and the streamer can at any point open the box and give out the gifts randomly to non-Twitch Prime users that are in the channel at the time. So we've collected a few.
Oh, that's cool.
And I'll be giving them out a little bit later in the stream.
Yeah, so I can, at level 3 I learned the Gust cantrip, which can push creatures.
Okay.
Or something. I can push a
Something
creature up to
like
5
no-
feet.
Something that weighs no more than 5 pounds.
Yes, but at level 6, because of my things, it improves to 10 pounds. Do you think this door
Well,
weighs more than 10 pounds?
Then
Depends what's got its ass sat on the other side. of it,
depends what's sat on the other side of it, stopping us from getting in.
That's a mighty fine point you got there. I think it probably weighs more than 10 pounds.
Well, you can give it a go. You never know.
I don't want to. I don't want to hurt it.
Gust won't hurt it. Come on, it might tickle it a bit. It might get it to laugh and roll over.
Does it cost me a key point to use?
Tickle it, tickle it.
Oh no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. So yeah, I'm going to use
Tickle it.
Gust.
Tickle
So
it, tickle
I
it.
just push some wind towards the door.
You can hear on the other side a large as a bar that was holding the door closed is pushed away, and the door just open.
Well,
I'm a genius.
Just gonna set you to unlock every door we come at now.
well then.
I'm 2 for 2 on. Every door I've tried to open so far has opened. So,
What? One wasn't locked. The other one, by all means, I will say, yes, you open this door.
To be fair, the 3 doors that I've opened today, only one of them has been locked.
This is the only room that you have found so far that has all of its furniture intact and no rubble. Rich furniture adorns the room at ground level. A bed with green velvet curtains surrounding it is against the far wall. A fire is lit in the fireplace, faced by green upholstered chaise lounge and several comfortable-looking chairs. The chairs surround a large, low wooden table, and there is a large desk with many papers strewn over it along the wall to the left. Several smaller chairs sit in front of this desk. A male drow in rich robes sits in a chair behind the desk. He is bound with his hands behind his back and a gag in his mouth. A large wooden table is being used as a chair for an immense black-skinned giant with flaming red hair. A smirk crosses his face when he sees you come into the room. He stands up and shouts at you,
Pardon?
None of us speak giant. Hi, my name is How. I want to say hello. This is my friend Pyrolis, and my other friends Calderex and Mazery. They say hello too. They're just shy around new people.
My name is Malzare.
I was close.
He then picks up an immense great sword and rushes you guys.
So far, your negotiations are going fantastically.
How is not good with people. He lived in seclusion in a monastery. Like, I don't know what you're expecting from him. He's not really a people
As
person.
the turn orders come up.
Oh, what on earth does that mean?
John did say that the guy rushes us with his sword. Like, there shouldn't be any surprise here.
There was no surprise.
I need to
No
click
surprise
on
at all.
myself
I'm going to go on
first.
the
Let's
actual
do that
chatty
again.
thingamadoodle, so I can actually look at things. Initiative 11.
Whichever
Don't
of
worry.
those you want to give me, John.
5.
What do you...
I was too busy introducing himself and others.
The first one was 12.
Not a lot in it, actually. Nobody's rolled between the two.
Fair. Did he get a 1?
He did.
That's good for us. That is good for us.
What the way that this is like worked out is that I've highlighted my token, and it's kind of made that little blue thing go over Pyrolis' face, and she looks a bit like Senua from Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice.
Yeah, literally, Sean, nobody has rolled between a 19 and a 12. It makes no difference which one you had.
Nice.
So let's start off with... I should have opened the D&D Beyond sheets for some people.
He should have.
Probably for most people.
Like I can't get on the D&D Beyond for Caldrax, so
No.
That's silly. Why not?
I don't know.
Alright.
It's a mystery.
I've not shared it for some people.
Exactly. Because some people can't be trusted.
Oh, I didn't want to press that button.
Not to delete the entire party button.
Why did they even make this?
I don't know why, but I have the DuckTales theme tune in my head.
Life is like an airplane.
Here in Duckburg, race cars, lasers, airplanes. It's a duck blur. Might solve a mystery or rewrite history. DuckTales. Woohoo! John is really glad that he invited me to join his streaming.
Yes.
Hi, John.
Can't you tell the joy in his voice?
Woohoo!
Well, a minute, I'm just looking for a thing I sent Amy the other week.
Oh.
Was it before or after that?
Nobody knows.
I mean, that is a fair assessment. Here we go.
Ain't too bad and good DuckTales. Woo!
I'm glad you're still on that.
No, I'm going to be on this all day now.
You're welcome.
I mean, there's not a huge amount of day left, so you might have been spared.
No.
Malzere
24 hours
tomorrow
ago.
as well.
Malzere charges into the room and yells at the giant.
I fuck you!
Tell me, did you run away from your parents or did they run away from you?
Oh, so that's what you said, Amy. Random fucking abysmal insults.
Yes.
I like it. You gotta have vicious mockeries ready.
My fire giant needs to make a wisdom saving throw. Does not, so takes 3 whole points of damage.
Whoa.
Ow.
Ow.
He holds his turn. Pyrolus.
Hmm. I've only got a first level spell slot left, so I kind of don't want to.
This does seem to be the end mission. Like, aren't we? This is probably the guy we're here to rescue. If there's ever a time to use a spell, it's kind of now.
Yeah, but it's whether I need it in like a couple of minutes.
It's true. It could also need to be used for healing soon.
It could be
And shield.
Shields, healing, and this is a very big dude.
You have
Yeah.
It is a.
you have got a number of options of bonus action things you can do that don't take up spell slots.
Yeah.
Such as swearing at a random creature.
Wearing at a giant.
You
That's a free action.
you also have a number of things that are actually useful you can do with bonus actions.
What? How dare you?
Just to throw that out there, things like Hexblade's Curse and Vow of Enmity.
Yeah, this is true.
These are
I've not done the curse yet, have I? No.
Or call him a bitch.
I mean that's just a free
Well-
action. That's just a free action.
You can see within,
Yeah, it's a
within
free
30
action
foot.
because he knows he's a bitch.
Yeah, deep down.
So I
You know.
can't
Deep down, he just is aware of it at all times.
Vow of enmity bonus action.
Dum,
Creature within 10 foot, so no, I can't do either of those.
If only I had tongues prepared, we could have actually talked to him, but no, well.
So no, I can't do anything.
If only I had my tongue prepared.
I could have prepared it.
John?
Yeah, I'm trying to hear you over other people talking at the same time. It's
Because it's 30 foot 10 foot.
Yeah. Well, you can do a dash action to get in close enough.
Yeah, I suppose.
But if you
What
if you
does the
don't done
dash use though? Because then
It-
I can.
It uses your action to dash,
Oh, okay.
and then you can use a bonus action to do either of them, basically, because you move another 30 feet. It does put you close to him, but you've still got a spell slot up for shield.
Yeah, but only one.
One is all you'll hopefully need, maybe.
filling
I'm
us with
gonna-
confidence there, Josh.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna sit here
Okay.
and wait.
And loiter with intent.
Loiter with intent.
Yeah.
To sell.
To stab up to...
Once it gets a little bit closer,
Bludgeon
I'll throw all
a
of
lot.
those things in, and I
Cole!
don't want to get too far ahead, because otherwise they can't catch up, and I'll just be on my own.
That's also fair. Calderax.
I'm going to shuffle a little bit forward, not too much. I'm trying to like stay between people. I am going to. Now, do I use? I'm going to. Fuck it. I'm just going to get a little bit of kind of free damage on him. So I'm going to use my Wand of Magic Missile. And
Okay.
use 5 charges of it.
There was a brief moment there where I thought your plan was just to fuck it.
No,
That's later.
No.
Jeez.
that's once
That's for after dinner.
I did run a D&D for beginners session recently where the plan did turn into I try and fuck it.
As plans go,
It was a
why is
gnome.
this?
It was a gnome trying to fuck a giant. It wasn't going
Hey,
to work.
you know, the giant might be a bottom. You don't know that.
So yeah, I'm going to use 5 charges of my Wand of Magic Missile, hence the fucking panicking over the fact that I don't have any 5th level spell slots, to do that damage to it.
You do 15 points of damage to it. It goes ow.
Better
Ow.
than no damage to it.
It's better than it going. Ugh.
Better than it going, ooh.
Uh,
Oh,
Gawain
my.
will go in.
I could have actually done another level. Never mind.
Gawain will go in.
Go in, Gowan.
Gawain will
All he does is
charge.
go in, no matter what.
Charge forward, drawing last resort. Actually, no. He can go further than that because he has a flight speed of much more than that. Because he has a flight speed of 60 feet and he moved 35. So
Numbers.
he flies into the guy's face, drawing last resort.
Cut myself into pieces.
Like a more violent
This
version of
is
fly,
my
flying
last
through it.
resort. Suffocation, not breathing.
And he
This was a singing stream.
rages.
Rage.
He will wage. He will wage.
I would like to wage.
And as he
Forward!
rages,
That's it. My next character is going to be Elmer Fudd the Barbarian.
Surely he needs to be a fighter so he can have gunswinger.
No, it's got to be a barbarian.
I motion
Well,
to
then he could
Michael
be a
to stop
gunslinger.
singing, says
I would
AG.
like to wage.
I would like to wage. Wah. I would argue that he spelt my name incorrectly, therefore he's talking about somebody else.
As Gawain charges across, wings unfurled behind him, he flies up into the face of this creature, and arcane energy surrounds him.
That doesn't sound good.
And he is just covered, shielded in arcane powers. And then he swings Last Resort twice.
It explodes with the force of a 4 megaton warhead.
and he manages to hit once
Nice.
and deal 14 points of damage to the giant.
Good.
Which laughs. That guy holds his turn. How?
I would like to just try and run up to the guy. There's a guy tied up near him, isn't there?
Yeah, basically he was sort of sat. There's a guy tied in a chair, sort of. Let me grab a. Who can I grab? I will grab a drow. I'll grab a drow
pretty sure-
mage.
Pretty sure that was the giant's plan as well. Just grab a drow.
So this drow with a red token on him is tied to a chair at the moment.
Cool. I would like to go over there and try, and like that's where I want to head to. So I'm going to move, exit. How does this? In the time I've not been doing this, I've immediately forgotten how this thing works.
Oh, map. Map is a thing.
Hashtag for a streamer.
How do I do lines?
Third little thing, no, fourth little thing down on the right. Not right, but left. Left, I can't words. There's a little ruler. You can
So I can
ruler
move
around.
45 feet. That takes me to this square.
I'm twiddling around on it so you know where it was.
Thank you. So I moved to there. I could use a key point to dash as a bonus action.
You could.
You could do that thing.
It is a thing
You
you
could
can
run.
do.
You could then run up to this guy and just slap him.
I was gonna try and untie the tied up person because that's more
That's
what
the
Hal
thing you
would do.
could do. That's the kind of thing you could do with an action.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I will spend the key point and dash as a bonus action. I will then move to here, and I would like to try and untie this
Okay.
gentleman.
So you untie this gentleman.
And I have time to run away.
You do.
So yeah, I untie him, and I tell him, okay, you should leave. And I point to the door.
I mean, technically, you could drag him with you. You'd move at half your movement for the last 20 feet, so you'd only be able to get 10 feet away, but...
Yeah, I'll drag him for a little bit, because Hal's a nice guy. Hal's a good boy. Is that 10? That's 10.
This is 10. So you
That's maths for you.
so yeah, you can sort of... You untie him and you suggest that he starts moving, and he just kind of chokes into his gag that's still in his mouth and starts running towards the door with you. And this guy's going to hold his turn, and this guy's going to hold his turn.
I don't like that there's people holding turns that aren't there for us.
It's great, isn't it?
It's not.
No,
It's
it's the opposite.
I feel like there's perceptions to do.
And the fire giant is going to use his turn to try and swing his... That's not the fire giant.
That's not the fire giant at all.
That's one of those mystery men.
It is one of those mystery men, actually. He swings his greatsword twice at the flying bug in his face.
So we know they're men now. John has given up crucial information.
I'm trying to see if I can find anything in my spell list that can possibly help.
And manages
Do you have fairy fire?
manages to
I-
hit...
Clerics don't get that. Well, at least not my cleric can't.
Manages to hit Gawain
Gawain is dead.
for 20 points of slashing damage, half to 10.
Wooden bond. That's the rings one. I can't do that. Zone of truth. Excuse me, I can't lie.
Yeah, Zone of truth. Is anyone there? Yes.
Yeah.
Oops.
It's a zone of truth. You can just not answer. Well, it's not called a zone of don't answer Terry.
So as the greatsword slashes across Gawain, there is a pulse of the arcane energy that surrounds him that just sort of slams into the face of the giant, and the giant takes 3 points of damage.
Sick as fuck.
And then at the end of the initiative order, the pillar that is here, 4 drow step out of it.
Hal would like to say, I don't want to sound like a racist, but do you know these guys?
And they fire crossbows. 2 of them fire at Hal.
What?
That is an 18 and a 23 to hit.
You know that. You can see my AC.
So, are you doing anything about this, Hal?
Well, I need to know how much damage they do before I can deflect missiles.
So the first one deals 4 points of damage.
Okay. That's not so bad. I can take 4 points of damage.
And the second one deals 8.
Yeah, I will. I'll deflect the missile.
Okay.
I don't need to roll because it's reduced by 1d10 plus 3 plus 6. So.
So you just... One arrow sinks into you, the other one you just grab in your... Do you want to return it?
No, I'm just gonna. It's a key point to do, and it's not actually that powerful.
It really isn't. It's more funny than anything.
Yeah, no, I'd like to snap it though.
Okay.
You could start a collection.
Could you, however, make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
It's gonna be that whole poison thing.
It's going to be that whole poison malarkey, isn't it?
You feel a pulse of poison burst into your system from where the arrow pierced into you, but you fight it off.
I would like to relay this information to the group. It's like, the arrows have gunk on them. Don't let them hit you.
I would like to relay the information to the group that Michael's face cam has frozen for my stream.
That's what the poison does.
Yeah, am I there now? I'm having internet problems. Everything's sort of dying around me.
Oh, cool.
I'll be on chat, but like everything on my computer is dying. So
Michael has turned into a static image.
is it a pretty image at least?
It's your avatar.
So yes.
So Malzere also gets shot twice. Doesn't have the advantage of being able to deflect missiles. And takes 12 points of damage.
Son of a bitch.
And then Malzere... I should have done it this way. 1 minute. Malzere is at 17. Boop.
It's a very evil boop. You are injured.
Fucking boom.
Malzere takes...
Boop, motherfucker.
And Malzere, at the first arrow sinking into Malzere, Malzere just turns to Calderax. And falls face first onto the ground.
Her final words were, "I'm the best."
I'm great at falling over.
I'm the best at being hit by arrows.
So Malzere falls unconscious.
Actually, unconscious as in they've run out of health, or unconscious as in something on the poison has made them fucking fall.
Something in the poison has made them fall unconscious.
Yeah, I thought I better clarify that.
Yeah, no. They are unconscious from the poison has done something to them.
I would argue this is worse.
Malzere spends his turn drooling on the floor, going, I am great.
The best. Fun fact, I think the internet has died at my house.
Fun fact, you've now disappeared from the game. And possibly
Yeah,
the
I think
Discord.
No, the Discord's on my phone, running on my mobile data. So
Cool. Calderax, a drow turns to you with a hand crossbow that he's hastily reloaded and rolls a 13 to hit.
No.
Pyrolus.
Ooh, moving on.
Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna have to go and help. Gowan, probably.
not the unconscious one.
I should be able to get Malzray up next turn. Literally next turn. Literally next person. It
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I can't do anything about these moves, but either way. Fuck these guys up.
Yeah.
Or
I'll
fuck the
go.
giant up. One of the two.
I'm more annoyed that they're going for us and not the giant. Surely there is a clear, bigger threat here.
I suspect
Uh,
don't they like the giant.
I'm gonna put myself here,
Okay.
Shit out of them.
and yeah, I take offense to this first one near me.
Okay.
And... oh my god, am I gonna do any decent rolls this evening?
Probably
Uh,
not.
Like literally, I've not rolled above a 12 today.
I can't see. So,
I did a 10.
let's see if I can get Roll20 up on my mobile.
Calderax.
Right.
How much longer is it until my turn?
You got like
Gawain and Drow and whatever Sean's going to do.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to go see if I can diagnose my internet problems. I shall return.
okay. Right. Either I can fuck these guys' sight up, or I get rid of the poison that's currently fucking around with Malzray. I feel we need another fight. I feel we need another fighter more than we need these guys.
Yeah, might be useful to have Mal up.
So
How
I'm going
about-
to shift you over here. I am going to go with my spells. That is, and
Tanny's sending you good luck, Sean.
so you yeah, I neutralize the poison. So yeah, so boop.
Malzare just comes back to consciousness in your arms. Do you see I'm the greatest?
Up and get Puppet. I just slap him on the face. Like not like full on, nah, but like pat him on the face. And then can I do anything as a bonus action that might be helpful? How are people looking on health?
Gawin's looking very not good. Malzare's not great either.
I'm doing alright.
Pyrolus has taken some
Hal got
damage.
practically completely healed last time, so because everyone was panicking over him. So everyone is in a poor way, is what you're saying to me.
At the moment, you are the best, and you've got 1 point of damage.
I do. Fuck. I could do a mass healing word, but that's like a 3rd level spell that I'm wasting. Mass healing word. There's not going to be much health, but it's going to be something.
So does that hit? That hits everybody, doesn't it?
That should hit everyone. It's like a 60 feet. Where's me? It should. Yeah, everyone.
Calderax heals 6. Pyrolus heals 6.
Oh, are you doing it? Okay.
Six creatures within range, so everyone can do it.
My D&D Beyond thing started working again.
Whoa!
Which means I update the stream and all of your health.
Indeed, I now have full health.
Gawin,
I've returned.
welcome back.
Cool.
What did I miss? Who died? Everyone?
Yes.
I cured Malzray of poison, and I gave everyone 6 health. That's it.
Gawin swings last resort twice. Gawain would swing Last Resort twice if I click the attack and not the item in the inventory. And fails to hit twice, and I don't know why I'm rolling an advantage still.
I don't know, John. I don't know.
How
Now.
gets hit with a natural 20.
No,
Wait,
no.
really? Natural 20, you say? Hold on. I don't think I'm actually in range for this. But I need to quickly make sure. Within 30 feet of me. I don't think he's within 30 feet.
No, he isn't within 30 feet of you, unfortunately.
So sadly, I have to allow that to slide.
So Hal takes 8 points of damage.
Is this from a melee attack or a ranged attack?
Ranged attack, but it's not been your turn yet, so you've not got your
Ah,
reaction
balls.
back. And then Hal, shall I make a con save for you?
What?
What was that, John?
Yeah, John, you sort of died there.
Shall I make a constitution save for you, Hal?
Yes, please.
Although you have just appeared back in the game, so...
Yeah, it's on my phone. It's not working that great, I'll be honest.
Oh, that's fair then.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna close that.
I will roll a con save for you, and you rolled an 18, so you resist the poison's effects. And now it is
Sorry, better
Hal's
than I
turn.
rolled. I will start punching things.
Okay. So Hal runs forward with air bursts.
Yes, please.
Hal runs forward and punches out with the air and hits the guy in front of him twice because he rolled 2 22s.
Nice. Sick as hell.
And then rolled 2 5s for the damage.
Can I spend a key point and do one of those as a stunning strike, please?
You certainly can, sir. Let me double check what the stunning strike resistance is. It is DC 14 con save. He rolled a 15,
Ah, bastard!
but he does take 10 points of damage as you just blast him with the air. Do you want to spend a key point to do anything else?
I don't have many left.
You've got 2.
That's not many.
That is not many.
It isn't. It isn't many at all.
It is up to you.
No, I will.
You'll
end my turn
leave
there.
him to it.
I will say to the people, like, hey, big giant, maybe shoot that first.
One of them, the one stood next to you, Hal, now draws a short sword
Do that.
and rolls a 19 to put it in your person
It's in me.
and deals you 4 points of damage.
Can you tell him to stop?
And Pyrolus,
Hello.
this one
Tell them
similarly...
to stop.
Stop that!
Hey.
This one steps forward, drawing a short sword, stabs it towards you and rolls an 8.
Say that again. Sorry. Stabs it in what?
Rolled an 8.
No.
Does an 8 hit your armor class? You
No.
sure?
If it does, we should be worried because the base is 10.
Yes.
The giant is going to swing his greatsword twice at Gawain.
And just utterly annihilate him.
Rolled a 28 and a 13.
Holy hell.
So the 13 misses, you'll be happy to hear.
It's still a giant, and it's going to hit him once.
It
He's got, 5 health?
it does hit him for 14 points of damage. There is another burst of energy that deals 3 points of damage to the fire giant. Gawain is not looking healthy at the moment.
Oh, he's not down.
He isn't unconscious.
That's all right, then. He's probably got,
For how long?
he's probably got a point left. Joy.
Malzare's turn. What can Malzare do that is that hits multiple people but not his friends?
I mean, angled in the right way, a thunder thingamadoodle will get everyone. Well, at least most of them. At least some of them.
I mean, a thunder wave is a 15-foot cube.
Which it would like stand like right on the edge.
He could get these. He could get 2 of them, or potentially 3 of them.
I think that's like the only thing he's got that will affect multiple people.
Oh, is that a 15-foot cube out from him?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Him being the center.
Michael, you said a thing and we could barely hear it. Can you try that again? No, you're too quiet. He's not just too quiet for me, right? He is too quiet.
He is too quiet.
I think
Sorry.
basically he's going to be able to... Malzere charges up to here and does a thunder wave that will hit these 3. And miss everybody else. And he's going to do it at whatever the maximum level of spells he has left, which is 3rd.
Kabloom!
And that means I need 3 drow con saves.
3 drow con saves.
Who all made it.
God damn them. What
Literally,
the fuck?
2 of them rolled 13s. Sons of bitches. So that means they take 9 points of damage each. Not you. But you take 9. You take 9. And you take 9.
One
Am
down.
I alive?
Yeah.
You're
you-
alive.
Yes.
Okay, my point was that Thunderwave actually starts. You are the edge of the cube. You are not the center of it.
Right. So he did that, and they all made their con saves.
Oh, boo!
But they took a lot of damage, and one of them died. The
Yes,
guy,
boo.
the guy that you had been punching fell.
Oh, he died. I feel bad.
Not just that, he exploded all over you. It's like,
This guy stabs at Malzere and rolls an 8, so it doesn't hit.
this.
Pyrolus.
Exactly.
No.
Come on.
No.
Shall I just leave now? Like,
No. We believe in you. Next time, you're just going to get a critical hit, and everyone's going to go, oh my god, hear that? Oh.
Calrax.
Hello.
Hi. Yes.
I think you'll all agree. So I can either try and do some damage to this motherfucker because he has taken barely anything, or I could take these guys, or at least make it a little harder for them to hit everyone else.
Up to you.
I think I'm going to move forward a bit first of all, so then everyone is hopefully within around about 30 feet of me. Yep. So that's fine. So I am going to... How ropey do all of these drow look?
The 2 that have been hit by Thunderwave look incredibly ropey. The one that nobody's been able to touch yet looks like nobody's touched him yet.
In which case, I take umbrage to this fact, and I am going to... I am going to... where should I cast it? I think somewhere kind of like just behind me, like about there or something. Actually, no. Question: how much of a thing is it going to do? It's like 60-foot radius, isn't it? So yeah, actually, then I want it to be. I want to catch all these guys. So actually, yeah, it can go there and it will still catch them. So yeah, I'm going to cast Daylight right there.
Okay.
I shall click the Dubry Firkin.
Ooh.
You you throw down a little ball of daylight, and there's just a poof. And for the first time in nearly a month, members of the Golden Tooth feel the sun in an artificial ball created by Calderax.
I just kind of yell at the drow. Don't you just love that vitamin D? Love it!
And all of the drow just and just cover their faces.
And then I am going to also cast Healing Word. Everyone's kind of fucked up, but I think Gawyn's probably the most fucked up
Yeah, for definite.
now. So I'm going to do a Healing Word. Do I do my last 3rd level spell slot, or do I do a 2nd level spell slot? Which is also my last 2nd level spell slot as well. I'm going to do it at 2nd. It's not going to be much, but it'll be something.
So that's 10.
10 points of healing for Gawyn.
And then it is Gawyn, who is going to keep doing what he's been doing, which is swinging Last Resort at the big fire giant. And just cleaves into the guy's armor twice. How?
Yes.
Uh,
How close are people to me?
You've got one drow who's looking ropey in melee range.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got 2 further drow that are about 15 feet away from you.
If I were to also do a thunder wave, would I get them, do you think?
You'd be able to get... Ooh, good question.
2 of them.
Yeah, if you take a step closer, you'd be able to get 2 of them within range.
No, I'll just knock out the ropey guy in front of me. Not trying to kill him, just trying to knock him out.
Airburst.
Yes, please.
You roll, you hit. You hit. There's a burst of air and he's knocked off his feet and he is unconscious.
Yes.
Would you like to move up and try to do that to somebody else as well?
Yeah, I'll spend the key point and move up and flurry of blows somebody.
Okay. Spend key point.
My internet's still not come back on my computer. I've reset the modem and I have no idea what's going on.
You swing your fists. Don't connect at all.
Oh, boo.
Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be nice, and you move to here.
Much like my internet, it doesn't connect.
And one of them is actually a critical hit, not a miss.
Oh, okay, sweet.
So you knock another guy unconscious, and you just keep moving because you can.
It's fair.
Because that's how movement rules work, guys.
How has my friend been? Is he moving with me?
He's going to be moving on his turn, which is coming up soon, because I remembered he should probably have one of those.
You should have had at least like 2 turns or 3.
At least 2. I've done 2 things since I freed him, so...
The drow in front of Pyrolus is going to swing and rolls a 6. So largely just puts a sword somewhere in the vicinity of where Pyrolus may have been, but he's not really paying too much attention right now. Because there's a lot
Please
of...
noticed Hal's just stood behind him.
There's a lot of sunlight going on right now.
They don't like sunlight.
The fire giant is going to swing at everybody's favourite Burbman.
Fighter of the Derpman.
Hits once. Deals 11 points of damage.
God damn it.
You needn't have bothered healing him.
I did bother healing him.
No, but you needn't have bothered. He just got hit again.
I know. But at least I'm keeping him up.
And now it is Guy's turn. He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and he starts petting Ember.
Who's touching Ember? Sorry?
The
guy
drow
you say.
friend.
I didn't say he could do that.
Malzere. Malzere.
Malzere.
Malzere.
Is gonna do a rapier
Who is?
and misses, and then is gonna do a talon and hits and deals. Did I set that up right for you? No, I didn't.
No.
So
Probably
that
not.
would be exactly his hit points. So he just
Now he
swings round with Malzere. Malzere swings round with Talon and neatly slices through his chest, and he just falls unconscious on the ground. Pyrolus.
Now we got a big old giant to kick the shit out of.
So I can get to here.
Yep.
If I do... They're both bonus actions, aren't they? These. It's a
Yes.
bonus action. So if I do...
Sean, can you take a bonus action as an action?
I don't know if it says anything about it in the rules, but I would always go for it.
I would have thought you
Yeah.
could, because it's a lesser.
You absolutely can. You can do something that should be a bonus action as an action.
You're just obviously using your action to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my other option is I throw one of these now. I've got lay on hands.
True.
So I could lay on hands, and then the next one I could do the next bonus action and attack.
That is also an option.
Which is probably better for keeping our burb friend up. So let's do that one.
So you lay a Hexblade's curse on him. The shadows just grasp up around his feet and grow darker.
Yep. Let's do.
How many-
Give him 10 lay on hands. Or do I give him the full 15?
Up to you.
No, we'll give him 10. I'm in arm's reach.
You just kind of stretch up, grab his foot, and just there's a pulse of potent divine energy. And yeah, there's shadows have started to grasp and swirl around the fire giant's feet and legs. Calderax,
Hello.
hi.
I'm gonna get. Oh Jesus Christ! What the hell happened there? Why is this happening? Why is this doing that?
You just ran away, apparently.
Yeah, it's like
Flee!
I picked up my token, and for some reason it started scrolling the map.
Weird.
You accidentally cast Expeditious Retreat.
So I'm going to get a tiny bit closer. Or do I want to get all up in his grill? Do I want to get? Because I could then do inflict wounds and do just a shit ton. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to try and do a guiding bolt.
Okay.
No.
No. Just the desk just goes.
I destroy his favorite chair. And is there anything I want to do as a fucking? I'm really running out of spell slots. I'm gonna do a healing word on the birdman level 1, so he's not going to get hardly anything. But yeah,
8 is more than 0.
it is more than 0.
And he is going to say thank you in his own special way of swinging his sword twice. And hitting twice. One of them being a critical hit.
It is.
So he deals 13 points of damage. And then he deals 17 points of damage. And we've finally reduced this guy down into double digits.
Yep.
How?
Only the drow still standing.
No,
No
the drow
drow.
are dead.
Only
Then I will.
giant standing.
And the guy is out now, yeah.
The guy has
Yeah,
made it to the
remember.
door, yes.
Then I will go and punch a giant, I guess. Am I able to move to a position that I'm flanking?
You can start to get there. You could get there if you spend your last key point to dash as a bonus action.
Oh, I was hoping to use that as a stunning strike.
Or you
what
can
should I
just
do?
dash there as your action this turn.
No, I'll step in the wind and then punch him when I get there.
So you use your last key point, you spin round, and you lightly tap his backside with a breeze. Oh no, you hit it.
Ooh!
Oh! And
Oh my!
you deal 7 points of damage to the rear flank of a fire giant.
Butt punch!
Fire Giant's turn, and he's going to continue his favourite manoeuvre of hit Deburb. And he's going to hit Deburb once.
Only ever hitting him once.
For 13 points of damage. But it deals him 3. And then on the Drow Mage's turn, he takes the gag out and continues to play with Ember.
You know, we really help with a Drow Mage to help us.
I give him a look. Like,
He isn't actually a Drow Mage.
Oh well.
It's just that's the token I had conveniently.
Yeah, he's actually a god.
He just disassembles the fire giant on the molecular level.
Anyway, Malzere, please
Uh,
come and kick the shit out of this guy.
on Malzere's turn,
Malzere is the best, so
he steps forward to be level with Calderax, turns to the fire giant and says, "I wish you were clean enough to spit on you."
I like that one.
And the fire giant
Keel's
makes his save.
God damn it.
Lame. Stupid fire
He
giant.
had a shower yesterday.
Pyrolus.
Hello.
Hello.
So I do this one.
Grrr.
Yep.
So I then flick to advantage.
And because you've got the Hex curse up, you can use the Hex weapon.
Oh yeah, I've got a button for this, haven't I?
Yeah, there's...
Hex two-handed.
That will hit. Boom.
About time.
And that was... That was a 13 on the dice roll. Cal.
And so that gets...
Yes. I am going to. How far What does this give me? It's only 15-foot radius, isn't it? No, not.
So it's the 11 plus 3. That had the plus 3 on it, right, John?
Yes.
Cool.
Hold on. I am most certainly not going to do that. Although I could do that. How is... So, of my little group, how is everyone looking? I mean, obviously he's looking like absolute shit.
Yeah, Gawyn's taken some very heavy hits that would fell a normal man.
Pyrolis is looking...
Yeah, I'm
beaten,
pretty decent.
but
Not 100%, but
not on death's door.
nowhere near.
And
No, I'm good.
Malgray's looking okay.
Yeah.
Beaten, but not on death's door again.
Beaten and a little bruised, but maybe limping.
I could do something very weird, and something I never thought I'd actually be using.
Okay.
But I could do this to give Gawyn a lot of health.
Okay.
Do I have to be touching them, or do they have to be within a range?
I don't know what you're doing, so...
Range 30 feet. I could do it, but it does use up my last 3rd level spell.
But if
What
it's
else are you
keep
gonna
them
do
out-
with it?
Fuck it.
Oh.
So I take 16 damage, and Gawyn gets twice that.
So you give him 32,
Yep, and I take
and
16.
you take 16. That's 13, John.
That's the wrong number, John.
So it is Gawyn's turn, and Gawyn is looking about half health for the first time in a while.
Better than fucking
He
nothing.
has so much health. That's impressive.
He has a lot of health.
Yeah.
And also, as a barbarian, he takes half of a lot of health. Like, a lot of damage he takes at half.
Yeah.
Life transference. Absolutely fucking horrible spell, but does a shit ton of healing.
So, he swings Last Resort twice, and he is at advantage because there is a little blue guy punching the giant's butt.
Right at the butt.
One hit. And
2 hit.
9
3
points of damage.
3.
How?
Is Hal there?
Is there a how in the building?
He's in the chat, but
Sorry,
Okay.
my internet is so shoddy.
there we go.
Are you
Hello, I'm
are
alive.
you gonna punch him in the butt?
Yes, more butt punching. I
You-
punch him twice.
You roll 2 natural ones.
Oh, the bastards.
That's just. That's
You then swing round for the second attack, and you roll another natural 1 and a 16, which is just short of hitting his actual armor class.
Oh, bastards.
Damn you for going after his butt armor, the strongest of his armor.
He is gonna swing his great sword twice at Gawyn, and hits twice. Oh boy, that's a lot of damage. Oh boy. So that is 16 damage and 10 damage. But he takes 6 points of damage as the shield that is currently encasing Gawyn flares up. Malzaray's turn. Malzaray's turn. Malzaray is going to run down here and just swing with Talon at the giant. Sure. And then swing with the rapier.
Oh.
Yep.
feel like at this point I need to start going towards there are other numbers.
Please. I need to put that as a command in the chat bot. Pyrolus.
Hi.
Hi.
So this stuff's all still ticking away nicely.
Yep.
So Hex two-handed.
Yeah, that hits.
You sure? That 30? Sure, 30 hits.
What happened on a
You crit on a 19 or a 20.
19 or 20, cool. Sweet.
And that was a 20, so that's 15 points of damage. Cool. Have you still got that spell slot available?
I have, yeah.
So you could use it for a Divine Smite at this point,
I could.
and it would double the damage.
Yeah, screw it. Let's have one of those where...
Fucking kill this fucking guy.
Yeah, let's go for it. So, if I do that one, and take the spell slot out, because I've not got it in here, have I?
No, I've not set you up a...
That's fine. Doesn't need to roll anything.
If you just roll me 2d8.
Hash roll 2d8.
So that is 16 more damage.
Cool.
16. Caldorax.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
There's really not much I can do.
That's an odd action. What action with Countess?
I've got a spell called Explosive Flatulence.
Ah, okay, of course. Sorry, I forgot.
Start doing that at you.
It's literally facing your way.
Caldorax just exploded.
It's fine. I can bend the air.
So.
That's why your attack didn't hit earlier.
He was launching air out of him as I was trying to launch air at him.
That's not going to be of any use. I could get up in his grill and try to inflict wounds, but I don't think I can only do it at level 1, so it's not actually going to do much. But if I fuck it, I'm going to get up on his grill. So I can get there. Would that be advantage?
One further down.
One further down will be advantage, definitely.
One further down. I can get there as well.
Which is, I can see, is also somewhere you can reach.
So I'm going to go there, and I'm going to attempt to inflict wounds. 22.
That'll hit.
And I say it doesn't do much damage.
Only a couple.
You run up and you slam your hands into his legs, and there's just a pulse of necrotic energy.
Says, why won't you die?
He slams into the ground.
Well, I wasn't expecting that, to be honest, but okay.
And so for that, everybody that is currently in the chat who is not a Twitch Prime member, I'm going to hit this button that says distribute the gifts. And I'm now sending it out to, so that should be anybody that's in the chat, actively in the chat at the moment, who is not a Twitch Prime member, should now have received a World of Tanks gift crate. So I can see that Commander Crumpet has received one from Sissy Riddle. My bot has received one from AG. Thank you for that. Sean, you've just received one from Derpy Pancake.
Yep.
Tanny has received one from AG. So we've got a lot of messages going out in the chat. The chest has been opened, and there are 11 gifts going out to people. So enjoy that. If you play World of Tanks, there's a thing, and if you don't do that, then maybe there's an incentive to go play some World of Tanks.
World of Tanks is good.
And we will open the chest up another point, and any of the gifts that I had left over will go out the next time I give out gifts. So thanks for everybody that donated Twitch Prime things to the community. And the fire giant falls over, and Solemn Nadrazak will come back into the room holding Ember.
You might want to put him down. He likes to bite.
And he puts Ember down.
I go over and
Ember
and pick Ember up.
legs to try and get picked up again.
I pick up Ember and wear her around my neck like a scarf.
I am grateful for your assistance, but I'm afraid I don't know who you are. Or
I am Hao. This is my really good friend Pyrolus, and these are Malzarak and Calzone.
my name is Malzaray.
Damn it!
I'm Calderax. He missed your name. His full name is How, but why the fuck is he here?
No, my full name is Hao.
And so, why are you here?
Funnily enough,
I believe that we were brought here to save you.
if we presume you're solemn.
My name is Solemn Nadrazak, yes.
Yep, we're here to save you. Pack your bags, we're leaving.
I need rope.
Why?
Some of those people are alive still. We should tie them up so they don't wake up and attack us again.
We should just leave.
Okay, does anyone have a paper and pen?
Points to his
No.
desk with paper and pen on it.
I go over to the desk and I write a note in Elvish that says "Stop doing bad things" and then put a smiley face on it. And I put it on one of the drow that I knocked out.
So, I would very much like to get to the surface as quickly as possible.
I
You wouldn't
am.
have no way to the surface near here, would you?
I would. If you're.
Well, that's really good. I do not like it down here at all.
To be fair, I've seen my fair share of it these past month and a half.
Yeah, we've been down here for a month or two looking for you. This place is really big.
Yes.
As much as the bright daylight was appreciated, I would quite like to get back to the actual sun.
I'd like real daylight. Real daylight would be wonderful.
I
Also,
can.
air.
Air would be nice as well.
He will guide you back out of his house and gather up a few of the not smashed possessions he has as he goes. And he will also relay the following information as you sort of climb up out of his house.
Oh, was that your tea set?
It can be replaced.
Good. And I just look at it going, see, we shouldn't take it. It was his.
But if we had taken it, it would have survived.
You don't know that.
If we
Well,
had,
it wouldn't
if
have
we had-
fallen on the floor and gotten all dented and scuffed and shit.
if we had taken it, then he wouldn't know it was his anymore, and we could have sold it.
But no, because he's our friend.
He's out charged. We wouldn't call him friend.
No. Everyone is your friend. You just haven't met them yet.
Anyway, Solemn, if we can just get a move on.
He reveals that the fire giants attacked 10 days ago. Their leader was Helda Hellspawn.
Yep.
That is not a very happy name.
Who led an army of fire giants and demons up the chasm walls and into Sizith Morcaine. Many of the inhabitants of the town have been taken back to Mirameidra to fight in the arena. Helida left Fidor, and he gestures towards the fire giant that you just slew, to clean up the stragglers and to question him on the defences of Sizith Morcaine, and also any of the valuables that they had. They plan on bringing back more giants and demons to take complete control of the outpost. And as he packs up the few remaining things he has that haven't been smashed, he also says that he would like to not be here when that happens.
I don't think we should be here when that happens either.
Then again, we don't really have the equipment or the wherewithal to actually do it. I was going to ask if you wanted to try and prevent them from having it.
Oh, yeah.
We would be better off fleeing for now and coming back later with equipment and resources.
That's a good idea. We should try and help as many people as we can.
Either way, if you can try and make this place, I'm assuming they don't want to come and live in the big place hanging in the middle of the chasm.
They wish to come and take this foothold before possibly using it to push further.
Right, okay, so that's a thing. Making plans.
They're not very nice people.
They are not. If you can... come with me. I will give you the contents of this chest by way of thank you for saving my life and slaying the demons and the fire giant that were holding me captive here.
Well, that'll be very greatly appreciated. And of course, we will be helping you get out of this dark place.
He leads you into a... leads you up... That'd be nice. He leads you up into another cavern in the chasm wall that is along another of the strands of the spider web. And at initial glance, this cavern doesn't have much in terms of features other than the dead body of a large spider.
Lovely.
But he says some magic words and suddenly a hole in the ceiling forms. And there is a clear space that you can climb up.
Does that work in every ceiling?
It is.
Yes, it does.
He looks at you, Calderax. Are you sure we should be telling him that?
It'll be fun.
Okay. And you climb up into Dordrian crypts. And find yourself back on the surface.
Yay!
You look around and you are about...
Do we crawl out and it's like in the middle of a rainstorm and we kind of just, like,
You're just covered in mud. You are about 10 miles away, about half a day's journey from Daggerdale, where you can purchase horses and make the rest of your trip back to Elventree at a slightly faster pace.
Which would be wonderful.
That would be nice, yes. We could also do with somewhere perhaps to rest.
Somewhere to rest our weary, sun-deprived bones.
I've not had a bath in like so long.
Also, a bath would be wonderful. Possibly some sort of some sort of I need to shave properly. I need to get my hair washed. I need
Yeah, I need to shave too, and I just rub a chin that is still just completely just devoid of anything.
Caldrax will smirk at that. You know, of course you do, love, and just pats him on the cheek.
Malzere will just
Yeah.
Malzere will just spend about 5 minutes just looking up at the sky while walking along.
Is it the middle of the day or is it night? What time is it, John? Tell me the time.
Time to have a bath.
It's early morning.
Oh, cool.
How
I just-
breezy is
I
that?
just I sidle up next to Malzere and goes, was it always that blue?
It's so nice to see it finally.
I don't remember it being that blue.
I couldn't care if it was green.
If it was green, I would start questioning things. Anyway.
And in the bright sunlight of this early morning, Pyrolus's scales glimmer and reflect the sunlight, and this is a phenomenon that you've not seen as a party just yet.
It's just got a slight red glow to it.
Would I have seen that before?
How you would have seen it a few times.
I question.
You've definitely not seen it within the last month.
I have
Yeah.
questions. I have questions.
Yes.
The He's just kind of wildly pointing.
Pi will
I know
look
they're really
confused.
pretty.
To Pi, she forgets that she has them.
Question.
Yeah. So the sunshine catches and I glow. It's one of the joys of being Asimar, I guess. I don't know. I've
You're
not
right.
met many people that are to know.
She's very sparkly.
Looks at Malzere. Bloody celestials.
It probably links to my affinity with fire. I don't know.
Maybe. Interesting nonetheless.
So on your horse, are you getting a horse or are you getting a horse and cart?
Just before we go much further, I just want to find like a patch of grass and just flump down on it and like do a handstand.
You're gonna meditate upside down.
No, I'm just doing a handstand.
I think if you do that, Malzere will just kind of flump down in the grass next to that and just kind of look up at the sky and the clouds. And
If you do that, Ember is definitely in between your hands, licking your face.
No, stop it!
If most of the rest of the party are going to start sitting around on the grass, then I think Caldrax would join as well.
Ugh.
Maybe not lay down or anything, but just at least sit and watch, feel the breeze.
It's
Solemn draws a hood up over his head and just grumbles.
always important. to take this moment.
I realize, Solomon, that you don't like the sun and the upper world probably, but we've been without it for literally weeks.
I am aware of what it's like to be out of one's natural element for extended periods of time. It's unpleasant, and I can appreciate that you have returned to yours, but
I'd like to collect some flowers, and I'd like to make a daisy chain or some sort of flowery necklace for Solemn.
You presumably do this thing.
Here you go. I know that you don't like being up here, so I thought I'd make you something nice, so that you have nice memories from up here.
I think I should much prefer to be inside during the day.
Okay, we can find an inn. I know
what
what inns are.
the sun goes away at night, correct?
It
Yes.
does.
And then it comes back again, and then it goes away again, and then it comes back again, and it goes away again.
John,
Yes.
he's doing this bit of travel with us as well?
Yes.
In which case, do we get one sort of wagon type thing that's got a roof on it so that he can be in the shade? Is that an option?
He would appreciate that, and it would be an option. You could get a cart that he could get a cover over.
Yeah. Then we should do at least one of those.
Uh,
Good
That
idea.
seems fair. That's a good idea.
Well, otherwise you've got to travel at night, which for
Yeah.
us isn't the best. For him's great, but
Yeah. It might even mean to some extent he could continue the travel into the evening.
he could. Anyway, let's find a cart or horses or whatever first.
Yes.
I am just trying to find the prices for such a thing.
Prices of cart prices in your area.
As we're sort of walking, I just mentioned like how great it is that Akadi brought us back to the surface.
So a cart will set you back 15 gold pieces.
Between all of us, we should have 15.
And then a seahorse.
I don't actually have any coins written on my sheet, John.
What is...
Then you are poor.
They're all blank.
You have nothing.
You should have...
I mean, your background alone should give you at least 5 to 10 gold.
I've remembered the thing. Bear with me a second. I'll come back to that in a moment. Do you want... what would be the horse to draw a cart? It would be a draft horse, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So a draft horse will set you back 50 gold.
How much gold?
50.
Oh boy.
Now let me find the bit of the DMG that I was looking for a thing. It's a thing.
It's a thing. He's looking at things.
Oh no, thing.
There is
Stuff and things.
a chart for how much gold you should get if you start a character at a higher level.
Okay.
Because it assumes that
Has
you've
Hal got any?
I have 15 gold, but I think that's...
so Shan and Hao,
Yeah.
or Shan and Michael, No.
Yes.
could you both roll me a d10?
No, I couldn't.
Good point.
It's literally impossible.
1d10.
I will roll Michael a d10.
Thanks, buddy.
And then I will also times it by 25. So Michael rolled 200. So Shan, if you could note that Pyrolis has 750 gold pieces.
Yeah.
I will also note that Hao has 700 gold.
Nice.
And that is gold that you have previously picked up from questing that we haven't seen on camera.
It's too much
Cool.
gold for Hal.
I
So
mean, I'll happily look after it.
So between the four of us, it's this draft horse and cart is going to be 65 gold. Is that correct?
Yes.
So that'll be 16 gold each, and then
Yep.
someone's got to contribute 1 extra.
I'll do
do
that.
So that's 700 minus 17 is 683.
9 minus 16 is 623.
So while you're on the horse and cart back, Sean,
Yes.
Caldrax can open the chest that you were given. And inside it is 400...
Surely I should be opening it. I have been the master lock worker today.
Caldrax is opening this chest.
There is 400 gold pieces.
400 gold.
A statue of Kiran's Lee inlaid with precious jewels.
Hold on.
Notes.
Statue of Kiran's Lee.
Inlaid with precious jewels.
Is that a god?
Yes.
They-
You were saying?
Yes.
Would how know it's a god?
No, you didn't roll high enough.
Fantastic.
Caldrax does.
And there is a staff.
That's stuff.
The staff.
And when Gwyn looks at the staff, he starts glowing. And he says, "That's magic."
That's cool.
Staff, in brackets, magic.
So he just casually starts glowing.
Yep.
Anyone else want to randomly start glowing?
Hal makes a really concentrating face, but unfortunately doesn't start glowing.
Gawain has an option called Lingering Magic. That means he can cast Detect Magic 3 times per long rest, and faintly glows a colour based on what school of magic he detects.
So what colour was the school of magic, John?
I need to work out what the school of magic was. I think it was conjuration magic, so it will be a yellow.
Oh,
whoa.
fun
Ooh.
times.
Ooh.
It literally says in the description you choose what colours for the schools as well. It's
Conjuration.
W.
yes, it is a conjuration magic, so he is glowing a light yellow.
Okay.
Well, I shall not be. I shall try to find someone to identify this before
Okay.
randomly, because my characters ain't no fools.
Similarly,
Hal absolutely is a fool, though. So...
Similarly, an amount of time passes that I will work out what that is off stream, and you make your way back to Elven Tree, and you are rewarded there with a purse containing 10 platinum trade bars. Each
Wow.
each of the platinum trade bars is worth 100 gold pieces.
So how
Oh,
how many
boy.
trade points again, suddenly?
10 platinum trade bars, each worth 100 gold.
Okay, so that's
So 1,000 gold.
So
that
should I
means
just
we could buy another 10 horses and carts.
should I just put that as 1,000 gold we're splitting?
Yeah, you can put that as well. You've got 1,400 gold to split.
So 1,400 is 350 gold each.
So how? Sorry, 350.
350.
350.
350. Yeah, I only got 350. Where's my... And
How much gold do I have now?
1,033.
Cool.
What level are you guys? You're level 6. Cool.
Level what? The other six. What? 973. And don't forget to add the cash to Malzray 2.
Good point.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
On a
Chippers
bike.
craps.
Hoarder of funds, by any chance?
Hoarder of many different sizes of coin. $9.47. Not 947Q. You can also take for yourselves 2,080 experience points.
2080.
What does that take us to?
349 plus 2000 is 19349.
Sorry about that.
19349.
You should be.
19349.
There was talking of maths. I had to leave.
19349 for How as well. Okay, and at that point, this adventure is done. So I'm going to wrap the stream up there.
Woo!
We're back in the sun.
You guys are back in the sun. We'll see what fun times that brings you next time, and we'll see how long it took you to get.
I gather we probably would have had a long rest by the time we fucking come back. So I'm
Certainly.
Actually, no, we were awake the entire time. We've actually got 12 levels of exhaustion and
Yeah.
are dead.
Dead
beyond.
twice over. We will be back soon with more Golden Tooth. I need to work exactly when, because with MCM coming up, we might need to shift which week we do this to fit in both this and Curse this month. So it might be that we delay this until after MCM.
We will see and get back to people.
We'll see
Yeah.
and let you know. Yeah, it's so that we don't touch your curse that we can fit this in.
We're trying to be good for you.
What we will be is on Friday. Friday we will be back with myself and Jeff, and hopefully I will remember to speak to people about getting them in to play some Tabletop Simulator, as we're going to do Arkham Horror.
Ooh.
Which, from the sounds of that, we might have a Michael.
Depends if Michael's doing anything already, but if he's not, I'll be there.
Apparently it's going to be our hardest quest yet, so...
Ooh.
And I don't know if that's entirely just because Michael might be there.
Hey,
Well,
I was helpful today. I punched a dude in the butt a bunch.
On Sunday, I will be back with Sean and a bunch of others as we continue the Tomb of Annihilation. As the Modrons attack.
Yes.
Wee woo.
We were.
Michael is suddenly Tekka, says Tanny.
I'm suddenly what?
Taco. T-A-T-A-K-K-O.
T-A-K-K-O.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
Wow.
Next Monday, Sean and myself and Michael will be back with Taco the Wizard from Adventure Zone.
no,
No,
we're
no,
definitely not with them.
I have no idea what that is.
Sean, Michael, and myself will be back with Sky Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Assuming-
The server's been fixed.
Assuming the server's been fixed.
Yeah, no, I was testing
Unless
it.
Michael manages to destroy it again.
As long as
Okay.
Michael doesn't...
For the record, what I did was I put water in a thing that's supposed to have water, and the server went, nah, I can't do that, and broke.
No, that's not a thing you can do.
I don't know how this is my fault.
Wednesday next week is currently a non-streamy day, so
I say we just do Golden Tooth then. Let's just double Golden Tooth it, guys.
we might. Stay tuned. On Friday next week.
Hey guys, guess whose internet's just come back on?
Is it yours?
Yeah. Just in time.
On Friday next week, myself and Sean will be back in Space Odysseus as we finish clearing Mirage Base, and we send Alyssum on her way with the book and information for the B team that she certainly hasn't already delivered to them, and will be horrible if some sort of a space-time incident occurs where she dies horribly in this next session.
You've created a time paradox.
So, stay tuned for hopefully that to not be the case.
Fingers crossed.
Not
my fault if it happens, though.
Totally, not your fault. We'll just what we'll do if that happens is one of the A team will put on some very convincing Alyssum outfit and go and deliver the information on your behalf, thereby closing the time paradox, and everything will be fine.
I'm back.
And then on the Sunday of that week, I will be back with the last Golden Tooth, the last what's the other one I do? Storm King's Thunder before MCM.
What's that other one?
What's that other one? The one I've been doing for 2
Clearly.
years.
Too many, John. Clearly.
Stop. That's the one that I started in and then stopped, and now I'm in this one.
And then at the end of October, this is the month of October, guys. Buy your tickets for MCM October if you haven't done so already.
Do it.
They are selling fast, I am assured, by people that maybe know these things.
I will be there.
Michael will be there, Sean will be there, Sean will be there, I will be there, Tanny will be there. These are
so many people.
These are all people, and they'll all be there. And we
Meet us all.
and if you are there on the Friday, Jeff and myself will be having a final boss fight panel on the studio stage, where I will probably not be allowed to do a PowerPoint presentation, but stay tuned, because I might anyway. You never know, I'm crazy like that.
Oh my god, an Arctic PowerPoint presentation.
But we will have...
He's opened the forbidden PowerPoint.
We will
have
have...
to kill John.
We will have, and I'm promising this now, we will have exclusive announcements at that panel that will be coming up, and exclusive first reveals of trailers.
Spoiler alert, John's pregnant.
I don't know how I have a trailer for that, but sure.
It's an ultrasound.
And then on the Saturday, if you are there for the Saturday, Golden Tooth are going up on the stage, and I should really write...
Oh, who are they?
I should really write that adventure.
Yeah,
But you guys are going up on the stage, and I'm at the moment about 90% sure that we're going to have a real-life physical table with maps on it and little tokens.
Good God.
This will be entirely new. I've never played D&D on a table.
That's amazing. That's actually incredible. I'm so glad we get to be there for that.
Someone is doing any maths that comes from dice rolls.
Yeah, that's the thing. The thing is, the best thing about this is I can bring all of my dice. I have so many, and playing on computers, my dice just do nothing.
Collect
But-
dust.
I am also about 80 to 90% sure that we will also have an exclusive trailer for that panel as well. So if you come to both of them, you get to see 2 exclusive trailers. You get to see these guys play D&D and work out maths live on stage.
I might just bring this with me.
Oh, I've got a big boy dice as well. Wait, I've got them right here.
So that's got to be
I
fun.
have no dice.
If you're not able to make it to
At
MCM,
all?
No, none.
Well, I'm solving that.
if you're not able to make it to MCM, the panels will be filmed and they will go up exclusively on our trailer channels afterwards, with the trailers separately showing off the exciting things that are coming. Tanny says they will bring Ember.
What? What?
I need to.
What?
I mean, we're going to be in London. There's going to be like a load of foxes just around at night time. She's just going to catch one. We're just going to capture
I mean,
one.
you joke, but Sean and I definitely had this discussion about whether I can legally bring a fox into MCM.
Just going
We
to sit
decided
really
it's
still.
not possible.
No.
'cause-
We decided if we were in America, I could probably get away with it.
Yeah, so emotional support animals aren't recognised as support animals in the UK, but they are in America.
So what we need
so
to
I'm moving to
do,
America.
what we need to do, is we need to blind Michael and get him a
Have
seeing
a
eye fox.
Seeing eye fox. But then I can't see the fox. I don't like this plan.
Or would you prefer to have no fox or one you can't see?
It's like Sophie.
Ah!
Tanny would like me to point out that it is Cinder the dragon that they will be bringing, not Ember.
That was a cruel tease.
Although we might also have an Ember. Who can say?
I'm thinking, well, I've got my giant Eddie fox that I might bring. Just be like, this is Ember, he's bigger now. He got so scared about all the threats of death, he grew.
So stay tuned
He's
for
been
that
drinking
stuff.
something.
Obviously, being at MCM means that our streaming schedule is going to be a bit messed up for that bit of time, because we won't be able to do stuff around that weekend. So definitely stay tuned to the website for that as well. I think that's pretty much it for my announcements for the end of this stream. So I'm just going to say, if you have been following us in the chat and haven't done so already, please, on your way out, hit that follow button for Massive Damage. We are currently 9 people away from 200, so if we get 9 more followers, we will hit that magic 200 mark, and I will try and find a button that launches confetti down the stream when that happens. And
then John can finally admit that he lost the challenge that I set him when we first met.
no, it was when we second met.
Okay, when we second met.
But if we do hit that, Chris is threatening to make a 12-hour Torchlight 2 stream happen. I can't confirm or deny that that's going to be a thing, but stay tuned, you never know. If we hit 200, it might be a thing. Just because at the moment, Sean and Chris and Rekia and myself are really getting into Torchlight 2 and just want to play it all the time, but are doing other things as well. So, stay tuned for that. Hit the follow button. We'll see you guys real soon for more D&D and other madness. For now, guys, farewell.
Toodles!
Bye.